Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Science and engineering are enterprises that have a long return period. So how do students balance this commitment with the rigors of the Hong Kong secondary school curriculum? Jessica Chong probes the story of the little team that could, and also catches up with a familiar face.
Last month, Donald Lung led his team Dolphin in an international competition for marine robots held at NASA in Houston, Texas. Donald has just finished Form 6 at Shao Kei Wan Government School. This is his team's invention. The team's consultant is Cyrus Wong, an engineering graduate student at City University.
First of all, the robot needs to move these big blocks from the swimming pool edge to the center of the pool and put it inside the case. It to be a good fit, otherwise we'll not count the mark. Open the door.
Then the robot has to open this door, pick up a telecommunications cable connector, and put it inside this hole.
And pop it in. They will release the key, and then they will throw it out. Yeah, this finishes all the tasks.
Bird's eye view of Discovery as it races towards space.
Adapting a feature of the Space Shuttle Discovery, the team designed two separate remotely operated vehicles. A big one as a carrier for speed, and a small one for the more delicate tasks. They are steered with the help of cameras modified to withstand underwater pressure. The team says the lack of materials in Hong Kong put them at a disadvantage against the US-based contestants.
They've got the toppest material and technology. We just lose the advantage on such aspect.
And they use the thrusters used by the real ROV, the ones, industrial ones. They're waterproof up to 1,000 feet, and ours is guaranteed to have 3 feet waterproofing. We have to done the rest.
Team Dolphin used mundane items such as a hair clip as a clamp and a stool as a reel. It came in 4th overall in the international competition. The rookies spent $50,000 on their robot and traveling expenses to Houston. Their school helped them raise 80% of it. Spearheading the whole effort was City University professor Robin Bradbeer. She had initially organized a competition among 14 local schools. The champion, Team Dolphin, then went on to compete in the U.S.
It's very, very exciting to find out what's there, and also how we, as engineers, can help, say, the marine biologists to discover what's under the water, how we can help with conservation.
City University teamed up with the WWF to sponsor the Hong Kong competition.
WWF, about 25% of our budget, roughly, is spent on education. Education to us is a conservation tool. And there's the sense of adventure to it too.
The sponsors taught the student competitors the technology of underwater robots that monitor corals in Hoi Ha Wan.
The experience was just mind-blowing. We learned a lot of things there.
In Houston, email addresses were exchanged, and now Donald has an American pen pal, Amanda from Florida.
I mentioned that we also had hot pot in the summer and turned on the air conditioning and have the hot pot dinner. I said it's very, very energy wasting, but she said not.
Donald's parents have a laissez-faire attitude towards his activities.
Basically, I did nothing. Just let him have the free hands to do everything he liked. But always keep my eyes half open, watching him what he was doing.
For now, it's time for Donald to hit the books. He will be in Form 7 next year and must prepare for his A-levels.
If I could choose again, I think I would still join the competition.
In recent years, the Hong Kong government has increased its support for competitions that encourage interest in science and technology. Examples include the Hong Kong Student Science Project competition, as well as a robotics soccer tournament, which coincided with this year's World Cup. Did you do anything in secondary school?
I can't. As in secondary school, I spend a lot of time to study. Otherwise, can't get in university. If when I study in secondary school or at the chance again, I must pay this scam.
So Cyrus lives vicariously through his student proteges. But is this entirely in the hands of the government and the school system?
In industry and in the commercial sectors, they're still not really putting enough investment or money in promoting it. And the government has started to do so, but they still lag behind from, especially if we compare to other countries or cities in Asia and the rest of the world.
You know, many countries, they do have the science research programs. One of the driving forces is that they have this feeling of national pride. But for Hong Kong, we are not a nation, right? And we don't have this kind of national pride. But still, I think a lot has to do with the mass media. And one thing I actually feel very disappointing and sad is that Hong Kong being a metropolis of 7 million people, and we don't even have one decent science magazine.
But times they are a-changing, and no student in recent times has received more media attention than 16-year-old inventor Chan Yik-hei. His English name is Fish, and he's just published his autobiography.
我幫你簽返個名啦。
好啊，你多謝你，好。
買咗本書未
係啊，賣幾多錢啊
？78蚊，有特價，而家58蚊。
2 years ago, Fish made a water-propelled rocket. The first invention to put him on the map, a home security robot. Since then, he has had a minor planet named after him. And Fish, who's just finished Form 5, has accepted early admission to the University of Science and Technology in September. Fish admits that he didn't have good grades in primary school and that his maths improved later because he had to read a lot of materials to make his inventions.
Well, I think a lot of students have seen his success in not from his academic achievement, but from